Hello everyone.
So, tonight I'm going to be doing a... Like, I went to go speak and my tongue was just like, no. I'm going to go in the opposite... See? I'm going to go in the opposite direction that you pushed me to go.
Tonight I'm going to be making a Halloween tag video. This is going to be my first Halloween tag ever that I've ever made. So I'm really excited about this. I found this tag on Tumblr, but it seemed to be the most interesting, and honestly I kind of like the long ones, so this may be a really long video. I don't know. So just be prepared if you want to watch this. It might be a sort of long video. But yeah, I'll leave all of the questions down in the description below in case anyone else would like to do this tag. I did not make it up. I found it on Tumblr. So credits go to whoever made this tag.
The weirdest thing that I own. Trying to think. Huh.
Would my Annabelle poster be considered a weird thing? I don't know very many people who have a poster like this hanging in their bedroom. Like, I am the only weirdo who has a horror movie poster of a horror doll hanging on my wall to stare at me every night before I go to sleep. That's kind of weird. That skull over there almost looks like a real human skull. And I own that, so that's... I don't know if that's considered weird or not. That's kind of like a Halloween decoration. My creepy dolls, maybe. I like creepy dolls. I have, like, 3 creepy dolls altogether. My dad owns a Ouija board. I don't know if that's weird. So, yeah.
I don't really know. I think that's about it. I think my poster's really weird, though. Because not very many people I know of have a big poster of Annabelle hanging in the room. With her big eyeball, like, watching them everywhere they go.
Yes. And I know a lot of people that answer this probably are going to say no, but yes, I actually have played with a Ouija board more than once. I've played with one like several times. Nothing bad has ever happened to me from playing with one. I think that it all just depends on the questions that you're asking, how you're playing it, you know, whether or not you say goodbye. If something just does not seem right to you with the thing that you're talking to, immediately go to goodbye. You don't continue to talk to it. I don't believe that you're automatically going to get possessed by a demon by playing with one. That's just my personal feelings on it. I think that you can get bad stuff attached to you, and I think it is possible, but like just by playing with one and talking to someone through the Ouija board, I don't think that it can. You just have to be careful. I've never really played with one by myself. I think I tried one time and it wouldn't move. So always play with other people. Don't play by yourself. Take it seriously. Don't go into it thinking it's a joke, because I think that's how you get your ass killed. Okay? You have to be serious about it. And I know I'm really strange, but I find nothing wrong with it. It's almost the same thing as ghost hunting. Well, duh. Yeah, I believe in ghosts and spirits. I'd be lying if I said that if somebody asked me to go trick-or-treating with them, I'd turn it down, because if I didn't have the barn, I'd be trick-or-treating. So, yeah, I'd still be trick-or-treating right now if I didn't have the haunted barn, probably. But since I work at the dead zone now, I can't really go trick-or-treating, so yeah. Because I'm always busy there on Halloween nights. But if I didn't have the dead zone, I'd be out trick-or-treating right now. I don't give a shit how old you are. Everybody eats candy. I probably had a black cat cross me several times because I own one. So, no, I've never had like bad luck strike me immediately after my cat has passed me. I've owned 2 black cats in my life, and no bad luck has came to me from having a black cat cross my path. I honestly think that that's just a superstition. I don't really think that it's true, because my cat Wubsy, he crosses my path all the time, and I don't have bad luck coming to me just because my cat walks in front of me. Like, that's just stupid. It's dumb. Black kitties need love too. They're not bad luck. They're good luck. Probably like the pranks that people pull, not like scaring pranks, but like those like really mean ass kids who are like still in high school and they go out and they soap your car and then they like throw eggs at your car and like cut down trees and stuff in the middle of the road. Like, I think that that's just dumb. I've never seen the point in that because you're ruining other people's fun and other people's night. I just think that it's immature, and I never had been a part of that, and I never would want to be a part of that. And I think that has to be my least favorite thing about Halloween. Like, I don't know, Halloween and Thanksgiving kind of get rolled off sometimes for Christmas. Christmas takes up both of those holidays.
I mean, Halloween isn't really, like, all the time, but, like, sometimes, like, before they have Halloween decorations out, or, like, while they have Halloween decorations out, when it's Halloween's time to shine, like, everybody will be like, oh, we have, like, this so many days till Christmas, or, like, Thanksgiving will be, like, a week away or something, they'll be like, oh, we have this so many days till Christmas, and it's like, yeah, Christmas is exciting, you should be excited about it, there's nothing wrong with counting down the days, but Halloween and Thanksgiving deserve a time to shine, too. I'm trying to think of one.
I feel like I should have one like out of the top of my head, but I don't. Can it be somebody from a horror movie, or does it have to be like an actual serial killer? I don't know. I'm gonna go with Leatherface, and this is kind of weird. I mean, I know most people are probably gonna like say that, but I can't really think of one off the top of my head. And the only one I can think of right now is Leatherface, so I'm gonna go ahead and say him since he's kind of like a real life serial killer. He was a real life serial killer at one point. So I'm gonna go with him. And because he has a whole movie about him now, and he's famous, so I'm gonna go with Leatherface. I love ghost hunting in graveyards. Like, I love doing EVPs there and just taking pictures of like the tombstones and everything. Like, I just love the way that it looks. I kind of have 2 or 3, so I'll just go ahead and tell you guys every single one of them. The 3 stories that my mom used to tell me all the time when I was a little kid was there was one about this little girl who lived where she used to live when she was a kid, and somehow the little girl got, like, her parents left to go on vacation or something. They left her there. And somehow, like, she kept hearing, like, these noises coming from the tree in her backyard. And so she went to go check on it, and nothing was there. Something another. And then the tree, like, somehow she got inside the tree, and her parents came home and couldn't find her or anything. And, like, in the tree, you could actually see, like, a face inside of the tree. I think it was made up, but every time my mom told me that story, I got really freaked out. So there was that one, and then she used to tell me this story about an abominable snowman that used to go around where she lived. She said there was one time, most of these are probably fake, on the news, they had it on the news where this abominable snowman was going around and told everybody to, like, get their kids and, like, go inside and lock the doors. And she said that she could see, like, the shadow of, like, a snowman figure walking past her window, and they were hunkered in the floor and you could hear it outside. Like, just the way that my mom would tell ghost stories when I was little just made each and every single one of them my favorite, because she would make them seem so believable. And it could have been because where I was a little kid, I don't know, but that was pretty freaky. The one that I remember, like, a lot was the big toe. She used to tell me that all the time, and I loved hearing it each time, even though she would make me jump and scare me. Like, I loved it. One of those 3, I think if I had to choose, the big toe would be my favorite. several times. I contacted my grandmother through the Ouija board a few times. A few of my loved ones I've contacted through the Ouija board. We did EVPs in cemeteries where some of my loved ones have passed on, and we caught some of their voices on the EVPs. So yeah. My fear is actually nothing like physical. I mean, I do have a few physical fears, but my biggest fear isn't really physical. It's more of I'm always scared that the people that I'm closest to and the people that I love the most, that one day they're gonna find out about, me. And they're just gonna learn everything about me. Everything that I don't like about myself. Or that I see that's wrong about me. And then they're just gonna leave me, and they're gonna want nothing to do with me, and they're gonna hate me, and it's gonna change the way that they see me. That's one of my biggest fears. I'd say a physical fear is bugs. I work in a haunted house, and I can be around all that stuff, and none of it bothers me. But you get me around one bug, and I freak out. Even if it's this small. I am absolutely terrified of bugs. I've been since I was little.
Ever since I came out of my mother's womb, I've been scared of bugs. I don't like bugs.
See, everybody's always into pumpkin spice lattes and stuff like that. I don't like coffee. So, I've never really been into pumpkin spice lattes. I'm sure if I liked coffee, that would be a good thing. But I don't like coffee, so probably gonna get a lot of hate for that, but I don't. I like pumpkin rolls. I like pumpkin rolls a lot. Also, my mom makes this one type of pie stuff, and it's called a pumpkin crunch. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's heaven. Ooh. Also, my best friend told me about this chocolate, and it's this new type of Russell Stover's chocolate that you can get. It comes only in Halloween time, and it's called pumpkin pie. And it's almost like the chocolate that you can get at Valentine's Day, except it's better.
It tastes just like pumpkin pie. It's delicious. You have to try it if you haven't.
The popcorn balls that I usually tasted never really tasted that good. I know a lot of people are gonna hate me for this because a lot of people cannot stand candy corn, they think it's disgusting, but I actually seem to like it. I could live without it, but I like it. I could eat it. I'm gonna go with candy corn. That's probably a really unpopular opinion, but
Oh god.
I've had a few. I don't know. 2013, the year that I went to the haunted barn. I didn't go exactly on Halloween night, but it was really close to Halloween. It was on October 25th. And I went there and, just fell in love. And I actually started, right after Halloween, the day right after. Then I fell in love with it and just started working there after that. And then last year, I got to play Annabelle on Halloween night at the haunted barn. And there was this girl, she was riding this thing that we used to have called the coffin ride. And it was literally like a coffin. And basically you were dead. And you get inside it and you can feel them lowering you into your grave. And you hear this guy talking and you start to smell the smell of rotting flesh and just all this other stuff. And this girl was inside of it, and her friends come over and tell my friend that she's scared of Annabelle, and they wanted me to go over there and scare her whenever she got out of the coffin. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. So I went over there, and they opened up the door, and I screamed right in her face. I got right next to her face and screamed. And she was flipping out, she was covering her eyes, and she was like, please go away, please go away. And I stood up, and I kind of backed away a little bit, and she was like, I can still see you standing there, please go away, please stop, Please. Like, she was so scared, and she would not come out of the coffin for nothing. And I'd have to say that was one of my best Halloweens that I've ever had. And I know you guys were probably, like, expecting me to say that, but once in a lifetime thing. Like, I probably will never do that again in my life. So that was awesome. I've never been to a corn maze, no, surprisingly. Like, the Haunted Barn was my first haunted house that I ever went to. I'm sure that if I went to more before that, I would have liked it, but that was the first haunted house that I've ever been to. The first and only, like, actual haunted house that I've ever been to. Not actual, but you know what I mean, like, actual fun house, haunted house that I've ever been to. But corn maze wise, I've never been to a corn maze. I'd like to go to one, that would be awesome, but I've never been to one.
What does this tell you?
Duh, I like haunted houses, I work at one. I don't know, they're a lot of fun. People that are walking through might not like them, but for the people who actually get to scare you, it's a lot of fun. So, we get the fun part. I love it. Not that I know of. Who has, like, actual human remains in their home somewhere, like, unless it's, like, someone's ashes or something. Like, who actually carries around something from an actual human body with them all the time, like, that's not normal. Not a good pumpkin. One that's rotted, I've smashed into the creek, yes. Not an actual good pumpkin. But that would be so cool. I want to smash a pumpkin. That would be fun. I've never tried it, actually. My best friend's gonna kill me for saying that, but I've never tried it. It seems something that would be good, so I know that I'd probably like it if I tried it. I am 15 minutes away from the dead zone. Right where I live, right up on my hill, there's an abandoned house. And I've heard that it's haunted, but I'm not exactly sure. I know that we live right next to that cemetery, like that probably only takes us like 15 minutes to get to too. Oh yeah, there is some places near me. Point Pleasant is only like 2 hours away from me, maybe where the Mothman was seen and where the bridge collapsed. That's kind of creepy. The Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum isn't that far from me. Probably would only take me like 4 hours to get there. That's not that far. That Lake Shawnee Amusement Park is in West Virginia. I don't know how far away from me it is. Yeah, there's a few. All the time. Sometimes I'll just be sitting there and then randomly get like a cold chill just pass through me out of nowhere.